So, what's up, guys? I thought I'd create this little video here just to go through the roadmap that I created, how we took our agency from 0 to 7 figures, and this is the roadmap that you guys can follow. Now, let's go through all of this here together. Let's start with pre-launch. Now, with pre-launch, cool, look, although the barrier of entry is quite low right now, I still suggest acquiring some sort of skill set first before you start scaling your agency, or at least make an effort to improve your existing skill sets. Because you're going to be competing with other people in the marketplace, or even though it's still a blue ocean. Okay. Sales is the most important skill set you can have. You'll always need to know how to negotiate. You'll always need to be able to communicate what you're offering to the clients, make it resonate to them. And yeah, that's essentially the most important skill set in order to make money, right? Cool. Media buying, you don't have to know a lot of media buying in order to make this successful, but at least the basics of how the ads work, how the creatives work, would suffice. So I recommend watching some YouTube videos or purchase a course so that you have the necessary understanding in order to close the deals. Because conviction is the number one thing that's going to help you land clients when you're on the sales calls, right? Cool. Let's talk about their niches or niches. Still, I'm not certain which one's the right way to pronounce. Now, in terms of the niches, most people focus on e-commerce, and there's nothing wrong with it. But why not explore other niches like high-ticket lead gen, solar, insurance, healthcare, right? Those kind of niches are often neglected, and especially with TikTok, it's a blue ocean right now. So, yeah, another one I can recommend would be coaches and consulting. So coaches and consultants are very, very high ticket as well, and you can get good results for them through TikTok ads. In fact, we have one of our clients, one of our former clients, Wealth Assistants. We've helped them scale massively through TikTok ads. In fact, there's a case study on my Twitter profile that you can have a look at. Cool. Tech setup. Now, this is the boring stuff, and unfortunately, this is the stuff that most people focus the most time on when they start their agency. You don't need more than a day. Our website took us 30 minutes to create on lead pages. Okay. So don't overcomplicate it. Just create a normal landing page, simple VSL talking about what the offer is, what you can do in the marketplace, and then a simple call to action to book a call with you. All right, cool. Next, let's go to the offers. Okay, I've divided this into 4 different kind of offers. Now, the last one is more, it doesn't really count because it's like an individual kind of one-off thing. But let's talk about TikTok ads. So in our experience, like when I sell TikTok ads to clients, is oftentimes we set it together with the creatives because you can't run TikTok ads unless you had the creatives. Sometimes we have clients that just come for media buying, but in most cases we just upsell them to the creatives as well. Okay, so yeah, TikTok ads is the best kind of TikTok offer that you could sell to clients because it's measurable for the clients, and yeah, if you do it the right way, you can make a lot of money from it based on like the ad spend, for example, right? We make most of our money through ad spend deals when we manage our clients. So we have a base retainer for the creatives, and then we take a percentage of the ad spend as a fee, right? It can go anywhere between 5% to 15%. You can negotiate those terms with your client, but we recommend typically anywhere upwards of 10%, and set a cap because obviously you don't want to be managing 500K and then, demand what, 50K or something. They probably won't. They probably will fire the next week, right? So yeah, you need to be reasonable with that. Cool. UGC is one of the most important services right now, most sought after service. And the best part about selling UGC is that clients are not necessarily bound to one agency like with ads, because only one agency can manage the ad account at a time. Whereas with creatives, there's always a need for creatives, so they can always look for more agency to supply them with more creatives, split test them, XYZ. So yeah, we recommend selling it together with ad management. But if you're just selling UGC like we do at times, you can sell it for anywhere between 2K to 16K. It really depends on what your offer is and how you package it. Okay. And then a guarantee. Look, stay away from giving too many guarantees. Like, oh, we'll give you, if we don't hit the 3x ROAS in a month or two, we'll give you a full refund and $1,000. just ignore that. You've been seeing all of those ads all over social media, right? Of agencies promising a return, or else they'll refund you. Like, ignore that. Ignore that. Make sure that you deliver good service, and if you do a guarantee, just have a guarantee that's going to save you ass to in case you mess up with your first client. Okay, something like, if we don't add this much, or if you don't decrease the CPA by this many percentage within 90 days, we'll work for free until we do. Something like that. Okay. Cool. Let's talk about acquisition. Now, I couldn't make a whole separate video. In fact, a series of videos for acquisition, but let's just keep it very short and simple. We have two methods of acquiring clients: cold and organic, and also ads, but that's less relevant right now. With organic, there's an endless possibility in terms of the ways you can do it. You can post threads on Twitter, you can post in groups on Facebook, or you can also post on LinkedIn. I know some of you guys are actually quite well known on LinkedIn, are getting some clients through LinkedIn as well. Simple thing is just to be consistent. Don't think about like having the perfect threads and replicate, but don't copy other people's stuff. Does that make sense? Take inspiration from other people's content, like ourselves, and just put your own twist to it, and you'll see a lot of success with organic. We recommend 2 to 3 threads, and yeah, basically 2 to 3 threads talking about UGC or TikTok or whatever you think you can talk about. Do like a case study breakdown, and on top of that, do at least 5 to 10 DMs every single day. Don't spam business owners. Actually build relationships with them in order to turn those into meetings if they see benefit in obviously working with you. Cool. Cold outreach. We send a lot of emails. We recently started doubling down on our cold outreach. It still works. Like, there's nothing. I think a couple of months ago, a lot of people were shitting on cold email for some reason. I mean, look, cold email has always worked and will always work, but the way you reach out to the clients will obviously evolve, right? Because clients will obviously get used to these messages, and every single day getting messages from agencies saying quick question, personalized line, here's a case study, let's hop on a call. Like, they know it's fake, and they know that you're sending it to like 15,000 other e-com business owners. So be smart with it, be creative with it, with the outreach. Okay, cool. Next thing, sales. Again, we do sales. We have 1 cold close. We used to do 2 cold closes, but let's be real. Most people do 2 cold closes because they're afraid of doing the ask. They're afraid of getting to the point and getting to the uncomfortable part of the sales conversation, which is, hey, listen, I want 6K from you. I want 7K from you. They just delay that just because it feels good to kind of say, like, listen, I've had the first call, and then the second call is going to be the look. Ignore that. Just do a first call, 1 call close, and yeah, you have a lot of success doing that. We used to do 2 call closes, and then as soon as we shifted to 1 call close, like within 2 weeks, we're able to go from 17K to 40K a month. That was in April time. So cool. In terms of the sales structure, keep it simple: small talk, discovery, demo, pitch, and objection handling, and nothing too complicated there. Now let's get to service delivery. Now this is the biggest section of this roadmap, okay? Because I actually have a basic org chart that you can follow. Now, phase 1, 0 to 10K a month. This is the baby phase, and this is the phase where you don't need a lot of team members, okay? You might want to be like, oh, want to have people in place so you can relax and travel the world. Don't do that, because unless you want to have a low profit margin, you can do that. Like, no one's stopping you. But my recommendation is to scale it to at least 10 to 50K a month kind of mark. Okay. So if you look at the team structure, let's zoom in. We have a simple team structure here. The beginning is just you, but then as soon as you get your first client, you need to have someone in place for the creatives and someone in place for the media buying. Okay. So you have a creative director, and that creative director should be able to source creators, write briefs, and do some editing. And then we have the media buyer who runs the ads and suggests iterations to the creative director so that you can get your clients better results with better creators based on data, that sort of stuff. Once you get to phase two, which is somewhere between 10 to 50K a month, this is the phase where things get very exciting. This is the phase where you can step back a little bit more, relax a little bit more, and focus on high ROI activities. Okay. And one of the most important things, one of the most high ROI activities you can do is finding a player talent for your next phase, or even replace the current phase in case they're not that good. So if you look at the team structure, your job will be to focus on acquiring clients through different means. We've discussed that in this part here, acquisition. Okay. So you'll have to acquire clients, you'll have to get the deals in, close the clients, manage the team, and look for A players. Okay. That's your day to day. Cool. Now you got the creative director. The creative director will, at this point, write the briefs, manage an editor. So you're going to have someone in place to do the edits, and also manage a coordinator to source your creators. Okay, someone's hired specifically to source your creators because at this point, you will need someone to always look for new creators. We have a coordinator in place. Like as soon as we hit the 20K mark, we hired our first coordinator, and he's still with us, still sourcing the leads, and that's all he does. Cool. And then your media buyers, add another media buyer. You might need even more media buyers. It depends on their capacity and their skill sets. Just make sure that they run the ads and they suggest the iterations to the creative director, and the creative director makes decisions based on your input and whatnot. And yeah, take it from there. Cool. Let's get to the next phase. Phase 3, 50K a month to 100K a month. This is the, let's just say, top G phase. Okay. A phase where you can relax, you can travel the world at times, not all the time. You can book your holidays whenever you feel like it, and you can have you can have a team in place that does the job. So you'll have a main point of contact in place, which would be a head of operations, or it could be a business partner who loves the internal work. It really depends on your previous setting of the agency. But essentially, your job will be to manage a closer, because at this point, if you want the time, if you enjoy closing, keep closing. That's fine, right? But if you have to free up some time in order to focus on, like, let's say, writing content, or you have another passion, get a closer. That's what we did. Right, as soon as we hit the 50K mark, we hired our closer, Dev, who's still with us, and yeah, it's been the best decision I've done so far in the agency. Cool. And then you'll have a head of ops, someone who manages the team on your behalf, someone who manages the internal growth of the company, internal decision making, and ideally also is facing the clients, right, on team calls, etc. And yeah, your job will just to be the CEO, meaning making high level decisions, getting, discussing things on executive calls together with your head of ops, and making like high level decisions that will affect your business externally, as well as look for more team members. That will always be your job. Cool. Next thing, your closer closes deals on your behalf for commission. Anywhere between 10 to 15% is fine. They're more than happy with that, especially if you're selling high ticket. The higher the ticket, the less commission they're willing to accept, right? Your head of ops basically manages the operations and service teams. He makes decisions internally. He manages the creative director, the senior media buyer, and also a landing page person. If you have someone like that in place, we highly recommend getting someone for the landing pages, which will do wonders for your ads. So you can make more through commissions. Your clients will make more money, and your clients will, because they make more money, they'll introduce you to more clients and also sign up for a longer contract. So it just makes sense for you to have a landing page expert. Cool. At this point, you'll probably have a brief writer specifically just writing briefs, and two editors in order to take your editing skills, editing capacity to the next level. Okay. Now let's look at the operations. Cool. Now this is what most gurus don't talk about. Okay. Most of them talk about 10 different methods to acquire clients and 5 different ways to get a higher response rate with your emails, 6 different hacks to close more deals. Like, that's great. Acquiring clients is fantastic, and that's what you need to do at the very beginning. But what do you do after you get the clients? How do you make sure they stay with you? How do you make sure that you can turn that 6K client into a 60K client? Okay. So your operations will make or break your agency, and that needs to be top notch in order for you to execute at the highest level, in order for you to attract the highest level of talent. And that's what we've been able to do with our agency, frankly speaking, right? Our agency, like, if a competitor is watching this video here, I'm sorry, but our operations are way better than yours. Okay, cool. Few reasons why you should improve your operations: increases efficiency and effectiveness of your company overall, reduces costs and margins because you have certain things automated that you don't need to hire people for. You'll have improved customer satisfaction, will result in more deals, and also be able to upsell. That's something we're going to discuss after. And also, you'll have more conviction and confidence on the sales calls, right? That's a key thing as well. Cool. We have a couple of procedures, a couple of systems on this roadmap here. So, for example, the creator sourcing, the system that we use to find, reach out, negotiate, onboard new content creators. Then we have the media buying creative request system, the bridge between the both departments. We have got the project management system. So we spent thousands in fixing our project management system, which is ClickUp, in order to automate everything. And then we have our reporting tool. We have onboarding, offboarding, retention increase, client communication, team communication. Like, there are so many different moving parts that I haven't added on the roadmap yet, but it's just to give you some ideas there. Cool. Next part. This video has taken longer than I thought it would. Anyway, upsells. Now, once you deliver exceptional service, it's time to upsell packages and turn a 6K client into 60K worth of a client, like a lifetime value, right? How do we do that? We either sign them on for a longer contract or we sell them more packages, right? One of the packages that you can sell, which we don't really do, but we could do it, we're actually thinking of doing it. In fact, we've done in the past, but that's another story. TikTok organic. It's a nice to have service, not really an ROI service that you can measure the success with, but it's easy to fulfill and the margins are not so bad at all, right? You can charge anywhere between 3 to 10K a month for that. Next thing, landing pages. I mentioned this before. It's a service that we recommend to sell to any clients. And currently, we're building a lot of landing pages. You've probably seen some of our posts recently talking about before and afters of landing pages. We'll actually drop a case study very soon of how it impacted one of our clients with their ads positively. So yeah, a good landing page will not only make clients more money, but you can make more money off of the commissions because you'll be making more from the ad spend. If the results are great, they'll be happy to increase the ad spend, and you'll be making more from the cut off of that, right? So pricing anywhere between 1 to 10K. We recommend that range. It's a big range, right? It really depends on how many landing pages you want to sell to them and how big the landing page is and whatnot. Cool. Another thing that we can recommend, we actually upsold most of our clients to the static images package because, again, it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and it's always good to have more creatives ready for other platforms. And our editor is a fantastic graphic designer. So yeah, we were able to sell a graphic design package for anywhere between 2 to 5K per package with around like 30 static images. Cool. Hope this video breakdown and the roadmap is useful and hope you can put this to use. So make sure to bookmark the Notion page. I just wanted to mention one more thing. Okay. If you guys, or if you want to work with us, we actually have a few spots open for our consulting program. Let me show you right now. Right here. We have a few more spots open for our new consulting program. We actually hired more people to make sure that we can get a lot of support for our students. So we have 3 more slots, literally just 3, just because it takes a lot of time and effort for us to get the results for our clients. But you can see here, for example, Trim, he went from 0 to 40K a month within 2 months of working with us. He's smashing it. He's probably going to hit the 60K mark by the end of the 90 days. And then we have Zach. He got on board a couple of weeks ago, and he's already closed 2 clients over the last 10 days. So one for 4K and one for 10K. So he's smashing it as well. So yeah, if you're interested, click the link below. Actually, scroll down, book a call with us. We'll have a conversation, and if I genuinely think that we can help you, I'll extend and make an offer to join our consulting program. And again, this consulting program is not for beginners. It's for people already making at least 2-3K a month with their agency or through their sales job, or want to actually build a a business that can fund their lifestyle. Because again, in 2 weeks, I'm actually flying to Egypt, so I can do that because I have the systems and processes in place for the business to run smoothly. I don't have to worry about any of the operational issues. I don't have to worry about the clients. I can relax. So if that's something that you want, I know I'm kind of like selling the dream right now, but I am living the dream. So there's nothing wrong with it. Book a call. Let's have a chat. And if you have any questions, just let me know through Twitter. I can definitely help you out. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and see you hopefully on the next YouTube video. I'm actually going to be posting more on YouTube, so make sure to follow my channel.